Live.
Greetings, everyone. Happy It's actually an amazing time today. We all gather online to celebrate this important occasion. This is Passion for Youth Education, and today we are celebrating the International Day of the African Child with a where we have a keynote speaker to address some of the issues that African children are facing and all of the things that we need to know about the International Day of the African Child. Some of the recommendations think it's important for us to African children. And welcome again. My name is Noor David. As we go on with our program, Ms. Faya is also here as our ceremony coordinator. I'm going to turn over this stage to her. Faya, you're welcome.
Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much, May and David, for the opportunity given me tonight to serve as the master of ceremony for tonight's program. And I do believe that everyone in here are well prepared. So I do believe that we are about to start by rebels. All right. Thank you all so much. So looking at the agenda, the first item on our agenda has already been done. That is signing in of participants. And the next one is the welcome remark and the welcome and recognition of guests for Passion for Youth Education Foundation. Staff and guests will be done by my boss today, Ms. Nugo David. So you are highly welcome. So please give us your favorite emoji as he welcomes you all and also recognize our special guest. Please give us your favorite emoji tonight.
Okay, thank you, Faya, and thank you for everyone. Thank you to everyone for signing in. This is Passion for Youth Education Foundation, and today we are celebrating the International of African Child. For all of our participants who signed in, we appreciate the important program. Let's actually take all of our notes to keynotes. For session of 5 stars, we have Miss Ilema Koli. She's the Human Resource and Communication Officer based in Nigeria, but she's in and out both in Cambodia. We also have Miss Blessing Mova. She's the coordinator for Hong County, and she oversees all of the activities within the county. We have Bill N.K. He serves as the schools coordinator. He's responsible for any activity or activities we have relative to schooling or education. We also have Sarah. Sarah is also part of us. And Sarah is serving as one of our volunteers. And we also have Jacob. He is one of our volunteers. And for special guests, I want to recognize the presence of our keynote speaker, Mr. Faustina Kwangba. He will be today giving us his keynote address, and participants will have the opportunity to ask questions so that they can know more of the African state. And also, Mr. As we want to say welcome and thank you ever so much for the sacrifice you just made by leaving your busy schedule and coming here. We want to appreciate you for that. Mr. Seneca is here. He's an international student studying in India, civil engineering to be specific, technical, and he's reading his master's. We also recognize his presence. Miss Magdalene Smith is also here. She's a student with BSc in medical sciences at of institutions in India. I also want to recognize her presence. And anyone who I did not call are welcome to our participants. You are welcome. I recognize all of us, and let's be free. Let's ask all of the questions in order for this day to be celebrated. All of us will feel the importance of this.
Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for the beautiful welcome remark and recognition of our special guest. So, first, please give it up for her by sending her your favorite emoji. Please give it up for my boss. Just send in your favorite emoji Yeah, please give it up for her. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone for that. So the next item on our agenda is the introduction of the program, and that will be done by beautiful Beatrice Reddy. So please give it up. Please welcome Miss Beatrice Reddy as she introduce the program for us tonight.
Yes, yes. Sorry, guys. I was like en route to the hospital. That's why. Uh, Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever you are joining us from. My name is Beatrice Rennie. I'm a student currently studying in India. It is a privilege to have been chosen among our brilliant and talented participants to introduce to you tonight our program. Our program consists of the following. We had a summary of participants, which has already been done. We have introduction of the introduction and recognition of our guests. That has also been done as well. We got the introduction of the program, we got poem, we got special statement, we got introduction of our guest speaker, a keynote address, one of the most important parts that we all are gathered on this line tonight for. We got question and answer remarks from guests and participants. So I urge each and every one of us to please give our own divided attention as we follow this seminar. Thank you, and I want to say Happy Father's Day to all our father and incoming fathers on the line, and Happy International African Child Day as well. Thank you.
Thank you about so much. Thank you about so much. Please give it up for her by sending in your favorite emoji. Please do it for Miss Mary, or rather, who did the introduction of our program. Just to add it again, and also Happy Father's Day to all ladies with beer. If you're in here, get more beer. Happy Father's Day to you as well. So quickly on our agenda, the next attempt is a poem, and the poem will be done by Mr. Swa. So, Mr. Swa, you are highly welcome. The podium is yours, and for your poem. Mr. Swan, are you around? Is Mr. Swan around? Okay, so we'll move to the next item on our agenda. The next on our agenda is one of the most important item on our agenda. In LOFA, we always tell people that anytime you see children making noise at the high level, that means somebody is around preparing. But when you see the whole area quiet, that means that the mother destroying the topology. So that means that someone is here now to destroy the topology for us. The topology is now almost getting prepared to be done. So at this time, I would like to invite on stage Miss Faith, Miss Okebe Bala, Miss Kebe Bala to introduce our keynote speaker. So folks, please give it up for Miss Susa Bala to introduce our keynote speaker. Please give it up for her by sending her your favorite emoji as you introduce our guest speaker or the keynote speaker for tonight.
For politics, entertainment, news, and business. And this is KMTV. We are on your screen, we are everywhere. The best online Liberian platform.
Miss Faith Bala, are you around?
Passion for Youth giving me this opportunity to introduce the keynote speaker for today's program. Okay. Yes, sir. Are you getting me?
Yeah, yeah, it's much better.
Hello? Okay. With a Master of Law from the Cleveland State University of Law, obtaining the highest GPA of 3.8 in spring 2022.
For politics, entertainment, news, and business. And this is KMTV.
Kevin, you're
We are
not
on your screen.
audible.
We are everywhere. The best online Liberian platform you have. Make the best use of it.
I'm audible
My
now.
name is Frank Adams, and I endorse this
Hello?
channel.
Yes, can you please start over because you're coming through your phone?
Okay. Let me take it over. Councillor Gobai is a counselor at law residing in Ohio State, USA. He passed the Ohio State College of Pinning the highest parliament from 2012 to 2015. He graduated as a veteran of St. Mary High School in 2011.
Got you from 2012. I know you took in the SSL.
For politics, entertainment, news, and
Okay,
business.
since
And
Papa
this
is
is
taking network,
KMTV. We are on your screen.
let me
We are
just go
everywhere.
to it
The
on
best
the
online
quickly.
Liberian platform you have. Make the best use of it. My name is Frank Adams, and I endorse this channel.
He passed the Ohio State Bar 2014 and graduated with a Master of Law from Cleveland State University College of Law, obtaining the highest GPA of 8.3 in spring 2024. He secured top academic honors from the Blues Arthur Graham School of Law in 2022. The congratulated the national speaker of the Liberian Children's Parliament from 2012 to 2015. He graduated as the valedictorian of St. Mary's High School in 2011. Fire, you can take over.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So please give it up for Miss Nuwo Davis for the introduction of our keynote speaker. Please give it up for her by sending in your favorite emoji. At about this time, I also urge you while sending your favorite emoji to please take your proper seat as we welcome, and also please prepare to send your favorite emoji as we welcome our keynote speaker for the keynote address, Mr. Faustina P. Babu. Please give it up for him. Please give it up for our keynote speaker. Please give it up for him. So those of us who have been muted, please try to unmute. Please try to mute. Please give it up for our speaker as he prepared to come on the stage. Please prepare the stage better.
All right. Thank you.
Good evening. Am I coming in clearly? All right. Thank you. Um, Let me quickly begin by recognizing Miss Noor David and the wonderful and hardworking passion for Youth International Education Foundation family. Let me recognize Mr. Charles of KMTV for carrying this auspicious occasion live. And let me quickly recognize my senior partner here in the US, Attorney Isaac Tom Mona, the proprietor of the Mona Law Office based here in the US. Let me recognize Miss Dama Miller, a Liberian here based in Ohio, a lady who is graduating with her nursing degree soon. Let me recognize all current and former members of the Liberian Children's Parliament. And let me recognize all of our wonderful participants and any other guests on the program this evening in whatever time it is in your area of the globe. Words alone cannot express the excitement that flows within my body today to be given the opportunity once again to deliver the keynote address on this historic day marking the celebration of the Day of the African Child. Many thanks again to the Power family for this opportunity. I won't be long today. I will quickly take you through the history and significance of the day, and we will then talk about some qualities as a Liberian or as an African you need to live in this 21st century era of our existence or of our globe. June 16 each year is celebrated internationally as the Day of the African Child. The celebration of the DAC dates back to the 1976 uprising in Soweto, South Africa, where hundreds of black school children were mercilessly gunned down while protesting the poor quality of their education. As a result of the atrocities that were committed against these poor black school children in Soweto, South Africa, the Assembly of Heads of State and Government of the OAU, now the African Union, in 1991 adopted a UN-backed resolution declaring June 16 as the Day of the African Child to be celebrated internationally every year. The Day of the African Child is celebrated to commemorate these children and the brave action they took to defend their rights. The Day of the African Child also serves to celebrate children of Africa as well as inspire a sober reflection and action towards addressing the plight of African children. This year's DAC is being celebrated under the international theme, Education for All Children in Africa. The time is now. While Passion for Youth Education Foundation is celebrating this historic day under the theme, Educate an African Fit for the 21st Century. So, to conclude my remark, I will go through some of the qualities that our education, the African education system, has to have. The Liberian education system must have in order to provide an education or the kind of quality of education that our students will be fit for the 21st century life challenges. One, specialization. Our Liberian society is almost replete with generalists. Many people who have broad-based understanding about variety of subject matters, but almost devoid of specialists, meaning people who are specially and technically qualified in a particular field and to provide a particular service. So, in order to be fit or to acquire an education that will make you fit for the 21st century, kindly pay some attention now to specialization. This is the new world order. Next, computer and technology. You have to now be well versed with computer or in computer and technology because these two are now governing the world, the 21st century. Social media. You have to be very open and very versatile with the usage of these various social media outlets because it has huge growth potentials and opportunities. Next, you need to have excellent composition skills. I'm talking to myself as a Liberian student. I'm talking to all of you as students in Liberia and African generally. We now have to get to the point where we pay more attention to our ability to compose. We are very excellent speech makers. We are very good at talking, but it has been shown statistically that Liberian students don't write. So we now have to redouble our efforts to improve our writings. Next, we're going to focus on our entrepreneurial abilities, and we have to do what we call investment-based spending. In simpler terms, an investment-based spending is spending for something or on something that will bring you more rewards in the near future. Buying a new book plus buying a, a gold necklace. So a new book is an investment-based spending because the knowledge you are going to derive from reading and using that book will bring you more and more returns in the future. It may be monetary and otherwise. So every time you're going to spend your money, your time, it has to be spent in an investment-based manner. It has to be spent in a way that there is a potential or a real chance of future rewards. It may not just be monetary, it could be in other dimensions. Last but not the least, we want to acquire an education for the 21st century life adventures. We have to be very, very determined and focused. People have made the argument that, oh, we can multitask. I'm here this evening, whatever time it is in your location, to say, for purposes of acquiring quality education, please do not multitask. Focus particularly and specifically on your education so as to acquire the very best. Because today you live in a world where you are not only competing with the locals of your country, but you are also competing internationally, where you may have an opportunity to work for an international organization. You have to be uniquely and comparably and suitably qualified in order to have international opportunity, in order to even have a real national job opportunity. So to do this, you cannot be master of all tricks, jack of all tricks and master of none. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our guest, the Passion for Youth Education Foundation family, ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for the opportunity. And the Day of the African Child celebration is very close to my heart. Once again, very thankful to the Power family for this opportunity. Thank you, and I'm available for interaction.
Thank you ever so much. Thank you ever so much. Thank you ever so much to our speaker for a short speech with much more impact. We always tell people it is not about how long it goes, but how well it went. That's the most important part. So I know that I may have much to say, but about this time, we like to which is for facilitator please share him more love, show him more love by sending your favorite emoji. Please send in your favorite emoji. Send it up before we can move to the next section or the next item on our agenda. Please send in more emoji. I need more one. Beautiful emojis, beautiful emojis, beautiful emojis. You can also appreciate it in the comment section. We have the comment section there. You can also appreciate him in the comment section. You can do that. You can do that. We will appreciate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to you all for the beautiful emojis. So at this time, we'd like to go to the next item on our agenda. Once you have a question, just or comment, just raise your hand. We recognize you. Just raise up your hand. We recognize you. Okay, we have S. Polly G. Fode. S. Polly. S. Polly, are you there?
Yeah, uh, your effort apply to be part of the platform today by giving us some knowledge from your end. So I want to ask, because today we are talking about the day of the 16th of every year. So beside quality education, if there are other activities that our African children or we should still with as a parents beside education.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We await the speaker. I don't know whether he will take 3 or 2 questions before he can answer, or he will answer them one by one. Moses Swa, let me hear from you. Moses Swa.
So thank you about so much. My name is Joshua, and we appreciate you for the splendid presentation. So we are learning a wonderful of knowledge. You what talking about quality education is spoke of African children being open to various social media platforms, and in Liberia, you may be aware that about 40 to 50% of the Liberian children having a person to use social media platforms, you don't know the full depth of it. So what role can I play as a change maker and learning these children about the importance of social media platforms?
All right, thank you so much. Manuel is the speaker around.
The speaker is around. Just ask your questions. I guess he's taking down notes.
Okay, okay. So yeah, if you have any other person, just raise your hand. You will be recognized. Okay, Moses. See Moses. Any other person have a question? Andrew K. Blackie.
Can you get me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the great presentation tonight. And then I want to know what can we do to get quality education in Liberia? Because we notice that in our country, our lawmakers, our leaders, they do not send their children in government. You think why some organizations, but they are the one who are they are the one who had to equate the facility. Are you getting me?
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Okay. So can I take the first three? All
Andrew
right.
needs to mute his microphone. Andrew Blackie, thank you.
Okay, good. Great. So the firstly, these are very wonderful questions. I'm very excited that young people are stepping up to speak. They're inquisitive, they want to learn, and they want to know. This is really good for Liberia and Africa. The first question was, what other activities aside from quality education can African children engage in? There are so many life impacting activities to include sports, to include performances, so many. The emphasis on quality education is just that is one of the surest way to live successfully in this 21st century of ours, where you can participate in so many meaningful activities that will impact your life positively. Just do not waste your time on things that uh, will keep you perpetually in hardship. For example, teenage pregnancy, early marriage, early and multiple childbirth, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, and what have you. Now, someone mentioned about the social media. I'm not sure I got the question clearly, but what I was intending to convey to you all is that the social media is a very powerful place. It can make or break you. So we as advocates should educate our children, our friends, our communities about the positive uses of the social media and how people can eliminate the unproductive uses of the social media so as to maximize the benefits and the potentials and the opportunities available on social media. Now, someone brilliantly made a point then, how can I acquire quality education? One of the keys is to study very hard. A student must be very studious. You must study even on weekends. Do something to set you apart from others. For example, I earlier mentioned my senior partner in the law office. Today is Sunday in America, it's follow days. Yeah, I'm in the office preparing for Monday. So for you to be successful in your school, don't worry about the quality of the instruction. Don't worry about the fact that you are going to government school. It's all on you. Study very hard, study every day, participate in meaningful academic activities to include debate, quizzing, drama club, press club, volunteer. Go to Mr. Charles' office and say, hey, Mr. Charles, you are doing a good job here at KNTV. I want to be a volunteer. Do not prioritize making money now. You eventually make money. You have a good life. But first and foremost, acquire quality education that will put you in a position to beat the competition locally and even compete internationally. To recap, you have to study very hard. I mean it. And I'm emphasizing it. Study on Sunday when others are drinking and merrymaking. You have to study even on holidays when others are on the beaches and partying. You have a mission. You want to set yourself aside. So therefore, the goal is to study really hard and participate in meaningful academic activities to include debate, quizzing, press club, writing competition, and what have you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chief Faustina, for the responses. So we will take three more questions to move on to the next session of our activities for tonight. If you have a question, Jed, maybe by raising up your hand, will you be recognized? If you don't want to speak, you also drop your question in the comment section.
For politics, entertainment, news, and business. And this is KMTV. We are on the screen, we are everywhere. The best online Liberian platform you have. Make the best use of it. My name is Frank Adams, and I endorse this channel.
Any other person want to ask a question or comment?
For politics, entertainment, news,
Okay,
and
so if
business.
no one want to ask a question, let me also try to ask my own question. So let me firstly appreciate you for your presentation. It was short but very impactful. I captured so many things. Yes, Africa need to focus on to improve our continent. Let me move on to the question. So my question to you on the specialization is that Liberia is a country wherein at times somebody say when you focus on doing one thing, or in case there is no job facility or job opportunity for that particular fee, that maybe like okay, Fayatembe has decided to study law, and Fayatembe did law graduated, and there is no opportunity for job. So is there a possibility for Fayatembe to switch? Edward, please unmute. Shadrach. Yeah, okay, thank you. So if we want to know, in our case of present specialized within a fee, and they are not actually getting the job they need in that particular fee. So it is that the president should try to switch or should try to see how better they can keep maintaining or keep focusing on that particular fee.
Very, very great question. Very great and brilliant question. So Liberia is a small economy. It's a small and struggling country. So it hasn't gotten to the point where uh, specialization assures you of instant job opportunity. I recognize that. But because we are now educating ourselves to work in Liberia and in the international community, then specialization is one of the things that you have to take into key consideration. If you will compete effectively in Africa and the rest of the world, even in Liberia, specialization is something that we should be gradually moving towards. We have to move from being a generalist society to a specialized society. Liberia has to get to a point where people are special skills than the situation where we have now, where everyone knows everything. It does not help. No one knows all. So you have to be particularly good in something that people will go to you. So it will be a gradual process, but it's something that as young and future leaders of Liberia, I want you all to have in mind, to have in perspective that you have to learn now to start to specialize, because when you get outside of Liberia, specialization is a must. I'll give an example. I'm here in the United States now. I've gone to school and I'm about to start practicing. It's already a problem for me because I learned the law in Liberia generally. But here in the United States, the law is practiced in specialties. So I now have to find one of those specialties in order to be marketable here in the United States. But that is for the United States. I know it's a challenge in Liberia. I acknowledge that, but it's something for us to think about and to move towards gradually, especially those of you ambitious young people who would be heads of some of these multilateral organizations, the United Nations, and just huge opportunities out there. But to access the opportunity, you have to be uniquely and technically qualified. this is where we are lacking behind as a nation. And so I need us as young people to energy and efforts. Thank you. And if there is no other question, I will really beg to take a leave now, as I'm still in the office and I have to wrap up on some really pressing matters for tomorrow. But I thank you all, and I really want to appreciate Miss No again for the invitation and for the opportunity to interact with you young and inspiring and enterprising young people of Africa. And from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you and bye for now.
Thank you ever so much. Thank you ever so much. So please give it up for our guest speaker. Please give it up for our keynote speaker. You can drop it in the comment section or you can send your favorite emoji. You can do any of them. So thank you all so much, Chief Faustina, for the time spent with us. It was actually impactful, and we look forward to seeing you in the future. So about this time now, we'd like to take a special statement from Mr. Charles. Yeah, Mr. Charles, you are highly welcome to give us a special statement. So please give it up again for Mr. Charles as he take the podium to give us a special statement.
Okay, thank you to everyone. I just listened to the guest speaker, and he said few things. Before I make my statement, I just want to give you guys a realistic scenario. When you're talking about setting yourself as an example or having a specialized area, I work for the Liberia Broadcasting System. Coming out of high school, went to internship, 45, close to 50 persons working in the newsroom as a journalist. I look into myself, wow, will I ever get a job at the national broadcaster, ELBC? That's 2006, around there, 2007, 2008. Because first of all of these people are like, I've been hearing the news since the 90s, since 1997. All of these years, these are veterans. What different can I do? Will I even get the chance to sit at the microphone or even report for the national broadcaster as I desire? I look at myself in the mirror. What different can I do to make this entity attracted to me? Like the guest speaker say, spend more time. Spend more time in what you love best to become the best you want to be. So I sat down, I look, okay, we have good newscaster. I cannot even pronounce the words good. You guys, definitely I will not get on the radio. I have good writers, subject verb agreement. Wow. Some of my teachers who taught me were in high school, like Joseph Cohen, other people, Benjamin Tengi, and other stuff. They were seniors, people who've been working at the Liberia Broadcasting System for a couple of years. What different can I do to get employment? So I'm like, okay, great. There is something called multimedia. At that time, we were transitioning from analog to digital. So you have to find that one point to go into. So I'm like, okay, can I go learn more about digital broadcasting? Can I learn about that? I started learning about cool edits. Spend more time with other people, Raymond Zavio, from who's currently ECOWAS Radio, Anthony Vaughn. You spend more time with people that nurture you. Then I'm like, okay, but I need to learn something because other people are learning it too. What different can I add? Specialty with more emphasis in empowering yourself. I need to also learn about video editing. I started doing video for analog, started doing video editing. Okay, then I need to learn how to write about for newspaper because the online station was about the launch. I started learning how to, when you learn it for radio, it's different from writing for newspaper and television. They are different. I went to the university, started learning all of these things. Then I specialized. I want to become a multimedia because that was lacking. The moment I became more productive and professional in that field, I got a spotlight. That's how I was able to infiltrate the Liberia Broadcasting System. Then I became valuable. Oh, this boy, this speaking, and that's how I rose to the rank of the television department there, heading the first television broadcast after 20 years since the end of the crisis. So you can be nothing today, but because of the time you put into yourself, you invest into yourself, you will become somebody. This day is so important to me because it was on this day when I got on the radio at that time. It was ECOWAS radio. They gave people the opportunity, young people who desire to become a journalist. They gave us the opportunity to go out into the field, interview our friends and stuff like that. And it was on the same day, June 16th. So when this day pop up, I'm like, wow. Warrior Day, this day of the African child on the radio brought me to spotlight to get on the radio. We went to the ATS Stadium. We went all around. It was in the van. You feel alive. Wow. And you hear the story from Sunnyland to White Spring, how this day is important. I just wanted to show that we can specialize. Like this scenario he gave, he's in the US. I came to the US. I'm a journalist. My accent will not give me the opportunity to sit at ABC. I'm talking a real life story. My accent would not give me the opportunity to sit on PBS. What can I do different? I just shoot videos. If you go on the PBS, it's called Outbreak. Google it, Outbreak. That was shown on the PBS. That was a journalist from Liberia, a little known person can produce, work with international journalists, produce a documentary on, it's called Outbreak, it's on YouTube. You have to do something because I specialize. PBS broadcast that thing and everybody was, wow, we saw your name on the credit. Nathan, are you the real? I'm like, yep, that's the real Nathan Charles. Like, are you serious? So you can be what you want to be if you work hard. No matter where you come from, you have to exercise respect, commitment, patience. That's the only way we can succeed. People think it's easy. We all fight for equality. We all fight for education. Like even this year theme, it says education for all African children. This is the theme. And another thing, we know that this day, talking about Soweto from 1976, this day was enacted by the African Union to help in 1991 to help raise more awareness on the issue of quality education for the people, meaning kids, because in 1976, when students protest against education injustice, that was why they protested. Education injustice. So take that word. And we still are not being provided education in Liberia. There is a need. All those, I remember one time I was en route to Japan when the Liberian broadcasting system sent me there to Japan. Why in Ghana for our visa, I saw the Ghanaian government, some of the young children were going in groups, petroleum engineering, mining engineering, civil engineering, geologists. They were going in groups. Why the government of Liberia was sending somebody to learn about governance in Japan. They were sending really to learn about multimedia, digital broadcasting, and social work. Why? The Ghanaian government team comprises of specialized people. We all went. And today, these guys, because we have network, they are contributing immensely to the country. So we have to keep building capacity. In Liberia today, it's not the situation. When a minister is not sleeping with you or your mom, your uncle or brother, he doesn't care to help you. There are other opportunities. I recall there is a PhD Liberian who will practice journalism in Liberia called Charles Malik. He's there. He has a PhD. He was given an opportunity to go to China to study. I can name a lot of them. Once given the opportunity, we as young people, we can be empowered, but we have to fight for it. Minister Imara, who is our internal affairs, Kula Fofana, who is presidential press secretary, Patience, I can name all of them. These are people who were all part of these days. We're talking about African Child, and they were part of all kind of programs. So we have to unite, network, and build united folks. That's why I want to encourage you. It can happen. Do not overlook yourself right in this network. I keep saying to all of you guys, keep building this network. Most of my people I know today, we all had activities long time ago from the YMCA, this kind of group, high school. They will help you. Do not overlook anyone here. So that's why I have to say on this day of the African child, our government, our parents need to support each and every one of us. We can do it. Do not look at your current situation and say, oh, I can't be that. No, you can do it. And we will chase you because you will be that shining star. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm the best, the brightest, and I can do it. That's what I want to say.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Charles, for encouragement. There's thing that can keep a young person moving rather than motivation. Motivation is what keeps us at work. Thank you so much to Mr. Charles for the motivation, also for the information to provide. I would believe that these things can help you as a young leader, as an emerging leader to grow and become a good person. So quickly on our agenda now is remarks, and the first one is special guest. So we'd like to ask Madam Oman Davis to recognize our special guest for remark.
Okay. Okay, so for our remarks, if Mr. Aminja Senika following, he can please give his welcome or his remarks. Special guest, Mr. Senika.
Hello to everyone. Hi, my name is Benjo Sanega, and I am studying civil engineering, specializing in geotechnical engineering in India. And I've listened to all of our remarks from our guest speaker and Mr. Charles also. And I just want to add up some things later, and that has to do with volunteerism. You know, like the guest speaker said, I we specialized in different fields, and someone asked the question whether if you specialize and there is no job, what can you do? Yeah, sometimes you will specialize and you will not have a job to do, but volunteering is one of the things that really put people up front. And these days, our youth these days don't want to volunteer. We don't want to work free. That's why we normally say we want to work for pay, and we just want to graduate and then get money, and then we maybe get an employment and get salary. And volunteerism pays a lot. And for the practical example, that what got me here in India, I volunteer with the University of Liberia in the civil engineering department after graduation for like 4 years without pay, without employment. And due to the volunteerism there, I I was able to get an opportunity for to come in India to also obtain my master's, and I'm supported fully by the College of Engineering here also. So I want to say our education today depends on ourselves. No matter what kind of school you go to, our education depends directly on ourselves. So we have to put in more time. We have to put in effort to study. While others are playing, we have to keep studying and learning new things to be able to add up to what we specialize in. So when the guest speaker says specializing in a specific field, there are a lot of different things that you do that are related to a specific field. Let's take, for example, I'm a civil engineer. I obtained a BSc in civil engineering, and I also went and did architectural drafting that is also relating to civil engineering. So I had the same thought, and then I said, what can I do? We have many people who have graduated with BSc in civil engineering, but what can I do to be able to make me marketable? So I did all of skills relating to civil engineering, and they all helped me. That's what I sustained me at the University of Liberia. I was selected after serving as the valedictorian for the Sitana class, I was asked to be with the university. So whatever we do, it depends on ourselves. We have to put in time for our education. I fighting for the freedom does not mean that you will get the freedom, but to get the freedom, you yourself have to fight to be able to get the freedom, and that requires perseverance. That requires effort, so that you can be on the top tomorrow. Many people have been successful, and I know some of you will say, I am from a poor background and no one is there to support me. And then I will tell you for free that once you have the passion for anything, you are able to do it no matter your financial background. God will always step in to provide for you and you'll be who you want to be. So thank you. I'm so happy for the organizers of this all important program. And I'm so glad for having me here as a guest tonight. I also learned a lot of things on you all here tonight. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Seninga. Also, Martin Smith. If you are following, you can please give your remarks. Thank you.
For politics, entertainment, news, and business. And this is KMTV. We are on your screen, we are everywhere. The best online Liberian platform.
Okay, so we'll go up to participants and Fire, you can take over. If there is any participant here who wants to give remarks, the floor is open. You can kindly raise your hand and we are going to recognize you. Thank you.
Can I talk? All right. Once again, I'm Benjamin Cameron. Uh, I'm currently speaking from Executive Draft, Banka City, Bon County. Let me say thank you to everyone, especially to the CEO, Nuwo TV, for organizing this unique program. I mean, it's wonderful. And it was my pleasure being here. And to all of the facilitators, even uh, Brother Charles that is carrying the video live, I want to say thank you for that great initiative. One thing I learned from this particular training is that you should specialize because we kind of live in a world that now requires area of specialization, and it's just so unfortunate that in Liberia here, we learn all over Jack of many trade, master of none. Yeah, so it was actually wonderful, and thank you. So thank a big thanks to Mr. Charles for the words of encouragement. I mean, I'm really blessed tonight. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you. Andrew, if you are following, you can give your remarks.
All right, thank you. Can you get me?
Sure, you are audible.
Yeah. Okay. First, let me say many thanks to the passion for youth education, foundation family for the opportunity tonight. I think I learned something tonight. I can able to impact other people like this. This is the time for us to build the foundation of our African children so that Africa can become a better place for us to live. So I want to say thank you all, even our facilitator, the leadership of passion for youth education.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. Next is Rufus Bulu. You can give your remarks.
Am I clear?
Sure, you are.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm Rufus Bulu, joining you from Ghana, reading about medical engineering. Uh, I want to be grateful for being part of this seminar, and I must admit, I'm really glad that
Rufus, we can't get you.
Andrew, please mute. Andrew, please mute.
Joshua as well. Please mute your microphone. Okay, I think Rufus will be back. Church Utomukwana, you can go ahead.
So well, I want to say many thanks to you, David, my YMCA youth journalism class tackle five classmate. I want to say many thanks to you again, our guest speaker, for giving another knowledge when it comes to specialty. And it is indeed a pleasure to specialize in a specific field that will give value to you and you can live a better life in the future. So once again, many thanks to the Party for Youth Education family for such a seminar tonight. Thank you.
Okay, let's run up
Thank
past.
you.
Hence, you have 30 seconds.
All right. Thank you. Hence God doing Logan, and I want to be grateful. I want to thank you to the PAT family for the great opportunity and initiative. Um, currently on the call from Nigeria, and it was actually great being here tonight. Even though our guest speaker has left the seminar, but I want to say bravo to him and Mr. Charles. Bravo to you. Thank you for the encouragement. These awards that motivate us, that keep us going, in our sojourn. I also say thank you and let's keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. 30 seconds.
Uh, Good evening, everyone. I'm Jay Chris Taker, president in Nigeria. I want to take this time to say no, thank you very much for this wonderful program, for you inviting me here today to be part of this. Is I really appreciate a lot. To our guest speaker, I appreciate him for every word that he said, and to Mr. Charles, the word of encouragement that he did was very interesting. So thank you, guys. Thank you for being here.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Fire, are you there? Well, I want to appreciate everyone for attending today's seminar, and I guess most of us understood why it is important to celebrate International Day of the African Child. And some of us also understood the importance of specializing in a specific field. So I want to say thank you everybody for coming. Thank you for gracing this occasion. Thank you to Mr. Nathan Charles for being here and accepting our invite, leaving a busy schedule to just be here for this occasion. Also to Mr. Faustina Kongpa, who served as our keynote speaker. Great appreciation to him for accepting our invite. Our special guest in Mr. Ameja Teninka, Martin Smith, and everyone who accepted our invite to be here. We want to appreciate you to our participants. We say bravo for taking this opportunity as yours and learning new things. We say thank you, and the KMTV family thumbs up as well. Thank you for carrying our program live, and we call this a seminar. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
For politics,
Thank you
entertainment, news, and business. And this is KMTV. We are on the screen, we are everywhere.
Thank you.
The best online Nigerian platform you have. Make the best use of it. My name is Frank Adu, and I enjoy this challenge.